ciel bleu vole en silence les cœurs des gens amoureux.
Hey everyone, so for today's video, we are going to be talking about my favorite base products of 2021. So foundations, tinted moisturizers, all that good stuff. Now, if you aren't already aware, I did do a best of beauty for 2021, like my most used products. So I will leave my playlist link down below because there will be a few different videos in this series, including a best of cream eyeshadow, a best of lip products. But if you just want to see my most used, the items that I reach for the most, you can check out my best of beauty 2021 most used items. First, I want to start with what is on my face today. A product that I really feel like was just well thought out, well researched, well done. Like as a whole, I feel very good about the launches upcoming from this brand, just going off of this product. So this is the Tower 28 Sunny Days Broad Spectrum Tinted Sunscreen. So this is a fragrance-free mineral sunscreen, and it is, again, SPF 30. It is non-nano, zinc oxide, 12.6%. I have two shades. I have the shade Larchmont and the shade Melrose, and the shade range is very inclusive, which I really appreciate. And also, this item is the first and only, I read this on their website, the first and only complexion product with the National Eczema Association seal of approval, which is so great. I love that there are more options for those of you that are eczema prone, who have sensitive skin. But not only is all of this good on paper, which I do think that some products are good on paper, but the performance isn't there. I really, really like the way this product performs on the skin as well. So I have used like the amount that you are supposed to use as a sunscreen on my face as like a base product. And I was very surprised at how good it looked. I, am always a little bit iffy with some tinted sunscreens that if I add a lot, it's going to look like a lot. And this product is super, super fluid, but it has a really nice blend and emollients to it without it feeling really heavy on the skin. It has this really pretty touch of blur as well when I see it go onto my skin, which I think is really flattering. There is a cosmetic elegance to this product that I don't always see with other tinted sunscreens. It really meshes into the skin overall as like an everyday kind of item that also gets along really well with makeup. This is so, so beautiful. Also, I love the squeezy tube packaging. I think that that's awesome. Really good for travel. There are other products in this vein that I do think are good. I'm thinking of like the Say Slip Tint. I also think that that one is really nice for just an on-the-go kind of product. Just put it on and leave. But that one doesn't get along awesome with makeup, and this one does. I am wearing a full face of makeup with this, and it looks just like a normal foundation. But again, if you only want to use a little bit, make sure that you're still using the proper amount of sunscreen under it. That's very important. But I did want to say that as like a tinted moisturizer product, like just purely aesthetic wise, I think it's really, really pretty. I'm going to first mention like all the products that I didn't mention in my most used best of beauty. So here's another one that I didn't get to. And I wanted to bring up this product again because I feel like this year is when I started to reappreciate this formula. So this is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. Whenever I just wanted a very perfected but natural look to my skin, this is what I would go for. I find that whenever I have this on, it does such a beautiful job of giving me that real life airbrush effect. It doesn't look really apparent or heavy on the skin. The best way I can describe this product and why I like it so much is that sometimes when I just want a really polished looking skin, the minute I go into a powder, it can just look heavy sometimes. Sometimes powder and me just don't get along, and it actually can make my makeup not last as long, which is, I know it's kind of, it feels backwards, but it's definitely the case if the makeup starts to sit on top of the skin. This gives me the look that I'm always going for when I go in for that kind of airbrush powder. I think when I initially heard about this product, I thought it was going to be super high coverage, but it really is not. I think, you know, I get about a medium coverage if I build it up. It's more of just like that overall skin-like, looking good in real life kind of perfected look. So yes, still a favorite of mine. So the next product I wanted to talk about was this product from Morphe. It is the Hint Skin Tint, and this is the shade Hint of Marshmallow. I wanted to bring this foundation back up, or skin tint, because I was using it a lot in the spring, but as far as more affordable options go, I do think that Morphe did something different with this formula. I've kind of talked about this before, but a lot of tinted moisturizers, they all kind of start to feel the same to me. Like there's nothing setting one apart from the other. They kind of all just feel uninspired after a while. But this one is really good, you guys. I love how liquidy and spreadable it is. With a skin tint, you want that ease of use. You want to be able to use it with fingers, with a brush, and just get a really even application every time. And this one is really good at spreading on the skin, but it also will melt down into the skin. It's not just going to sit on top, but this also has a very creamy look on the skin. It doesn't read too dewy, but this definitely is more of a dewy finish, so I wouldn't recommend this to someone that wants to stay matte all day. I definitely think this is better for those of you with more dry skin. That being said, I really enjoy the texture. I think that the finish is so nice when I'm going for that kind of fresh-faced, dewy look, but again, with a finish that's just a little bit elevated. It has that creamy touch of blur, and I think that those end up being the products that I really enjoy. That's something that I've been noticing with a lot of these picks, is that I tend to go for a foundation that looks natural on the skin, but also kind of borrows these things that we typically associate with more glam foundations. I will say though that even though this is more affordable than some of the picks that I've talked about, it is still, I think it's around like $17. Don't quote me on that. But I still think that's kind of expensive for Morphe, I would say. Next, another product that I have loved for a very long time is the IT Cosmetics CC Cream. I have the shade Fair Light and the shade Fair. I recently picked this one up when Ulta was having a sale on this. This product is very excellent for those of you that when you put on makeup, you're just like, it's just not working for me. If you need a base product that is going to work on a very impaired skin barrier, this is at least the one that has always worked for me during that time. So it's a very fresh, dewy, awake look. There's a brightening effect that this product has on the skin, while also giving coverage. So it's not only helping the look of like overall redness if you have any pigmentation, it's also helping with the overall kind of brightness and luminosity of the skin. So it kind of gives both. I like that it does have more substantial coverage than a lot of other products in this category. Also, by the way, when I am getting over a cold and I have like the leftover just insanely dry skin around my nose, like it could literally be flaking sometimes, the only thing I will put on my face is this, and this is the only thing that makes it look a little bit better and more bright, because I mean, otherwise I would rather just not even put makeup on it at all, and honestly, I would much rather do that than put makeup on. But if I feel like I just need a little something, this is what I will use. I think it just says a lot that my skin can be really, really going through it, and this actually helps, because there's plenty of makeup products that when you put it on and your skin is already not doing well, it just makes it kind of look worse. Well, this one is the product that I always reach for, and it is one that I've depended on for years. Now let's talk about two other foundations from the same brand. And I love these foundations. I actually have bought this brand's new skin tint, so be on the lookout for that review. I am so freaking excited for that. But these are my Shiseido Synchro Skin self-refreshing foundations. So I have the original as well as the Radiant Lifting. I've actually done an entire video comparing these, but to give you a quick breakdown on why I love both of these, is that this is the best natural looking long wear foundation on the market, period, in my opinion, in my experience. This looks so good throughout the day. I really feel like there is true innovation in this product. When they say that it is a self-refreshing foundation, I really feel like I can see it melting back into my skin as I continue to wear it, rather than sitting on the skin, breaking up awkwardly. It does such a good job of kind of redistributing the wear throughout my face. I don't know how that's even possible. At the end of the day, this foundation just wears really beautifully. If you're going for more of a skin-like, natural, creamy kind of finish, I would go with the original. This one's going to be better for more skin types, but if you do want something with just a little bit more dew, then I would go with the Radiant Lifting. Personally, I think that this one is absolutely incredible. It's definitely my favorite foundation on the market right now, but it just depends on the look that I am going for. This original one is really, really beautiful, I think, for more people. Also, something that I really like about the Radiant Lifting is that even though this is more of a radiant foundation, it's not overwhelmingly radiant or overwhelmingly dewy on the skin. It still has enough balance. And both of these also have, again, a touch of a blurred, kind of refined look on the skin. The Radiant has a little bit less of the blur and more radiance. But yeah, I absolutely love both of them. If I don't know what foundation to wear, this is like a no-brainer. It's going to look good every single time. And that's something that I have always appreciated about this. So be on the lookout for a review of the tinted moisturizer. I cannot wait for that to come in the mail, because if it is anything as good as the foundation, then it could be a game changer. But lastly, this foundation is the foundation that I absolutely love, and one that I think is just so freaking underrated. It is the Makeup Forever Reboot foundation. So if you're someone that likes a product like MAC Face and Body, which honestly, like, I still love MAC Face and Body. I still think that that product is incredible. But this, I think I might like even more. It is so thin and liquidy. It's very hydrating, but it's not a really dewy, emollient product. It's very lightweight on the skin. But I think what makes this different than a lot of more sheer to light coverage products within this realm is that this really gives you a lit from within glow with this beautiful kind of filtered effect. It's just that je ne sais quoi look to the skin. What is different? What is so smooth and, again, refined looking? It's really hard to pinpoint because it's really not a lot of makeup or a lot of coverage. It's just really, it's beautiful. And this just came to me. It almost reminds me of, you know, that look of like film versus when you take like a digital photo. Film just has that different look and that refinement that you can't put your finger on. That is what I see in this product, and I really feel like just more people need to talk about it. Makeup Forever has really tried at this formula for a while. You know, they had their version of a face and body foundation, which was pretty good. They've had so many different versions of a product like this, but this is where it's at. Absolutely love it. A lot of you guys, like, for months were telling me to try this out, and I had put it off, and then I finally tried it out and I was like, I'm never doubting you guys again. Those were all of my favorite base products, foundations, tinted moisturizers of 2021, but let me know yours down below. Are there any that you think that I should try this year? Are there any upcoming releases that you guys would like me to try? I will leave all of these products that I talked about today linked down below, as well as the Best of Beauty 2021 playlist, so you can find all of these videos. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one.